Just before the video starts, I'd like to say welcome to some new viewers from the UK. I saw it was about 10% on the last couple of FPL videos. My name's Enno, if you didn't know. I'm from Australia. I make some fantasy content around Supercoach, which is our AFL football. So I played FPL for the last 2 or 3 years. I haven't really played it too hardcore until last year where I did quite well from the start and sort of continued on and managed to finish top 50 in the world and was second in Australia. So for any of you new watchers from England, thanks for coming to the channel. I'll be doing a lot of FPL content as well across the season. So if you want to follow that, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe, and definitely leave some comments as well if you are watching from there. So thanks for coming on, and onto the video. G'day guys, welcome back to another video with Enno from Fantasy Take TV. Today we're going to be doing a quick update on how my FPL team is looking at this current point in time. And of course, as I said the first time I released my team, the things are still changing. There's still 2 weeks of preseason left, and there's probably still quite a lot up in the air as far as what I recall, like last year and maybe years gone by, that we still need to figure out. Like, City only played their first game today. I'll touch on a couple of games that I've seen recently or seen what's happened. And, even Chelsea been playing but not really a full squad. Arsenal, there's still a couple of injuries. So Liverpool's probably the only big team we really know what we're going to get, who's going to play, and where they're going to play. Whereas there's still the other big teams sort of yet to be seen. And then, so City have a couple of games coming up soon. Bayern and then Liverpool, and then that City-Liverpool game will be big to sort of tell how they're lining up or how we think they might line up. So I'll update probably more. Obviously, these videos are looking at what the structure's like and how you can sort of maneuver between certain players within a structure. Because as I said, players are still up in the air. I think they only probably got 2 locks in my team, and that's Trent and Salah. So other than that, I think everyone's still up for debate, and will be sorted out over the next couple of weeks. So before we move on as well, I'd love to thank everyone that subscribed for hitting the 1,000. Did that a couple of days ago, sort of after the weekend. So massive thanks to all you guys. Massive thanks to George, JD, those two sort of getting me into it or encouraging me to over the last year or so. It's been a blast. Probably continue for a few more years, who knows, but I've enjoyed doing it. I'll continue doing it, and not just Supercoach as well. Of course, FPL like I'm doing now. I'll be doing some NFL stuff as well in the off season, just to sort of keep doing it, keep having some fun, because fantasy sports is what it's all about. So there's a league code down the bottom. There's a lot of people in it now. So what I'll probably do in the next week or close to the season is make a league for everyone that's just sort of in the Discord, because that'll be sort of more close knit. So if you want to join the Discord, get involved. There's always people talking every day in there. And then I'll put a league code in that. And then, of course, follow me on Twitter. I'll do a Rate My Team video early next week. So I'll get it off Twitter this time. I did the Discord the first time. I'll tweet probably on Monday or something like that, Tuesday next week, and do Rate My Team there, or Rate Your Team. So send them through there. And I'm always posting stuff as well. I'll be posting about FPL pretty soon. Supercoach is sort of getting towards the pointy end, and not too much to do there. So rambled on enough. You probably already had a look at my backline a fair bit while I've been talking, and it is now 5 at the back. So Raya is still in goal. I've always sort of preached a 4.5 keeper. If I like a team I have and there's 0.5 left over, I'll probably use it on Raya to a Mendy or Raya to a Ramsdale, something like that. But if there's 0.5 I feel like I need to use elsewhere, then I'll stick to a 4.5. Doesn't have to be Raya at this point, but I still think he's the most likely I'll start. We don't really need to spend too much time on goalkeepers. I think they're actually priced pretty well this year, so I'm not going to be totally against anyone going the 5 or even a 5.5 if you really want to go like an Edison or something. But for me, I'm just going to use that million elsewhere. So, yeah, in the past when that was 6 million, it was just, a no-go. But, I guess it makes a bit more open this year. Trent, as I said, he's a lock. He's not going anywhere from my team, but someone who's made an entrance now is Robbo. So you can already guess that means I don't have Luis Diaz. So it's a bit of a toss-up still, and I do want to see a game from Liverpool, but it's pretty clear that, of course, Robbo and Trent will play, but Diaz will play. Jota is injured currently, I believe, so probably they'll start with Nunez up top and Salah on and Diaz on the wing. So probably, certain of Diaz's minutes early, but I just think Robbo, for $1 million cheaper, we know what we're going to get from him. He was awesome, especially towards the back end of last year. And Liverpool's defence is always really good. So, look, Diaz will be a good pick as well, but I think for now I'll be going with Robbo to start. Cancelo hasn't really left my team at all. Maybe once or twice in a couple of drafts, sort of tinkering, but he's going to stay. They're trying to get Cucurella now. They've obviously just sold Zinchenko, so they need or want some sort of replacement or backup as well. But I still think whatever happens, Cancelo will still be first choice and on pretty much every team sheet like he was last season, and especially early again until Champions League and that begins. He'll be on every team sheet. Reece James is one that has entered my side. I did not have him, I don't think, in the first video. Might be wrong on that, but I think I want a Chelsea asset, but we haven't really seen a full squad from them yet, from Tuchel. They've sort of been mixing and matching. I think today they started with quite a lot of reserves, but Alonso, who's still at the club, I'm not sure if he's getting sold yet, but regardless of that, Reece James, they're both Alonso and James playing in a back three, but as centre backs. So it just really, I mean, we know they want to play James out wide, but he has played centre back and did towards the late part of last year to sort of manage him a bit, because he obviously doesn't have to do as much, attacking work from the centre back position as he would from the wing back. So, look, I still want to see it, but for now, I think he's the best out of him and Chilwell. And then Aitner is probably the more sceptical one, because it was Tomiyasu, and I think it will be Tomiyasu, but at this point in time, I still haven't seen him in pre-season. He's apparently got a bit of a niggle. So I'd need a 4.5 in this position. At the moment, I've got Aitner. Semedo's still injured. Apparently, he might be ready just in time for week 1. He plays on the right, though. And then sort of Johnny can play both sides, who's playing there right now in pre-season, but I think he's the most attacking of those. He's on set pieces, takes some corners here and there. Look, it'll be any 4.5. I'm not set on it being 8 Nuri if it was, but if Tomiyasu is fit by start of the season, it will be him. So we'll wait and see on that. We'll move along to the midfield. So Salah, as I said, he will definitely be in my team. I don't see that changing at all until game week 1. He'll be the captain. This 8 mil mid position I've been tossing it up quite a bit. I had Saka there, sort of going 2 Arsenal attackers, maybe even 3 when I had Martinelli. Had Mount there as well. I've also, there's so many options. I haven't had Maddison. I haven't had, I don't think I've had Bowen either. But yeah, Mahrez, what I've got, and you'll see it soon, is the need for a City attacker for that game week 2 against Bournemouth. And that sort of gives it away, but I don't currently have Haaland in my team, and then that's still up in the air as well. He didn't play today. City played their first game, and Haaland was on the bench, but he did tweet himself that he will feature against Bayern on the weekend. So we'll wait and see then. But it's more for structure. I didn't have a 5 at the back, I don't think, in the first video. Now I got the 5-3-2, and I got Foden there. Neto scored and assisted actually this morning in a Wolves practice match, pre-season game. So he looks good. He's playing out wide. Looks to be first choice, as many thought. And for 5.5, look, I wasn't overly in love with the pick early doors, but I think it just makes the most sense at that price. He's probably clearly the best. Another's Leon Bailey, who is 5 million, who's 0.5 less, who actually has started all of pre-season for Villa. Got on the score sheet, I think, in the second game. He's one to watch, but Villa's fixtures aren't as good. So their first 2 are really good, and then it pretty much drops off then. Whereas for Wolves, while their first two is really good as well, they get Tottenham there, which is obviously not a great fixture, but then it gets really good again. Newcastle pretty good, but then Bournemouth in game week 5, and I believe they have another good game in game week 6, whereas Villa sort of just get pretty average after game week 3. So maybe you could start with a Bailey, see how Neto goes, but I think Neto has really good opening 2 fixtures. He's healthy at the moment, so I think I'll be sticking with him. And then, as I was sort of already ruining before, in the front line, I do have Kane over Haaland just for now. So we know what we're going to get with Spurs. I do want to see Haaland in pre-season before I would jump on him, and I'm sure many people who want to pick him are looking for the same thing. So for now, I got Kane there, and then Jesus. I mean, this man, he's not leaving my team. Look, I said there's only 2 locks. Jesus is probably the third. If I was to pick one that will not change until game week 1, something drastic would have to happen. But he's just looked awesome in pre-season. I know it's only pre-season, but he's got Premier League pedigree already. He's going to be the main man at Arsenal, and I think he'll be on pens to begin with, and that's not a certainty. Of course, Saka was on him late last year. Martinelli even took one, but I think he will get them, so that will make him the ideal pick, probably over Saka. I mean, it's tough. I just think Jesus playing up top. We saw Eddie Nketiah be very relevant towards the later stages of last year as well. So I think obviously Jesus is a more talented player than that, and he can take full advantage of that role. And then on the bench, of course, just 4 million keeper, couple 4.5 million mids, and then a 4.5 forward. They don't really matter who they are. I think you have to have Andreas Pereira, because he will start, and then De Silva will have to monitor whether he will be starting for Brentford. And then the forward, you're not going to get anyone at 4.5 that's going to look to play. I think, Plange scored a hat-trick or in a preseason game, but I think he might even be going out on loan, so already may have. So that's the way the team's looking. Let me know what probably formation you really have looking at the moment. I know the players aren't too set in stone, but I do like this big at the back. Make sure you got an 8 million mid, and then obviously big striker up top with another like Jesus. So that's the structure I want to look for. The players up for debate are still probably, most of the defence, more probably James and Nuri. Foden, definitely that 8 million mid position I've still really got to delve into and see, because Foden actually isn't in America at the moment in pre-season, so we haven't seen him. And then the Kane and Haaland position is quite a big one, so I have to monitor that as well. Just want to see Haaland play, see what they do in the next week or so. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the weekend for the Supercoach video, and then early next week, be sure to follow me on Twitter, and I'll do a rate my team. So see you guys next time.
Got the mojo deals, we been tripping like